Okay, how many of these have I been through? What's in here?
This is the crew's quarters. It looks abandoned.
Crew's quarters. Well, of course it would be abandoned because they're missing. His fam. He has pictures of his babies. Don't touch. This is the 5th time. Was his door broken or? Don't touch. Okay. Notice, I do not see the need for so many cameras. Tom's presence everywhere is slightly oppressive. I understand the need for transparency, but why is he in the toilets? Tom, you peeper! I told you, he is a evil person, not a good AI. Why is Tom in the toilets? Oh, her room's pretty. Because we care. That's actually really nice. She's got her certificate of service. She's got a shovel. Nice, nice. Nice picture of some flowers here. She's got a... What's that? A comm lock. Interesting. Oh, look how she has her pencils. They're all lined up. Nice. We got another dab radio here. Ew. What does that say? Strange thermals on the west side of the crater. With an exclamation point. Look at this sweet doggo. Look at the dog. Aww, must be your dog. 5. I guess she was studying biology. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Stop messing with stuff. Now, what did... I saw something on this tablet. Let's see. Dear Tom, knowing that you're always watching, I thought I would write you a letter. As you no longer reside in my mind, I've decided to transfer my thoughts to text. I want to do so in the form of a history lesson. A lesson that perhaps you'll find condescending, but it's likely more for my sake than yours. Alan Turing is considered a father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. Perhaps a lesser-known part of his life was his contributions to the field of biology. Why do you suppose his interest lay in these two disparate fields? I assume it was because he believed the world to be logical and understandable. He was a mathematician. He seemed to believe that the great complexity of the universe could be explained with simple rules. 2 years before his suicide in 1952, Alan Turing developed something called reaction diffusion systems. Inside the academic world, this work is cited more than his work on computers. And it's represented by that equation. I am no mathematician. However, in plain English, this equation describes things that wish to diffuse, however also react with each other during the process. I'm sure this sounds strange to you, or at least tangential words to our lives on Europa. What relevance does it have to anything here? Okay, it's blah 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 blah. Reaction diffusion systems show how patterns are created. They show how a leopard got its spots and how the zebra got its stripes. Nature can be formalized. That we can understand the natural world in mathematic terms. See, here's where the Turing test comes in. Turing created the test to answer the question, can a machine impersonate a human? The intrigue behind that being, can the human mind be simulated by a machine? Why ask that question? To prove that the human mind is a machine. I am not sure this is Turing's opinion, however, concerning consciousness, as he states this. According to the most extreme form of this view, the only way by which one could be sure that a machine thinks is to be the machine and to feel oneself thinking. One could then describe these feelings to the world, but of course, no one would be justified in taking any notice. Likewise, according to this view, the only way to know that a man thinks is to be that particular man. So they're basically saying that, I guess he's saying that, like, the only way to be sure that a machine is actually thinking like a human is to be the machine. Which I guess is kind of a paradox of sorts. And then kind of goes on. Conversely, I suppose, if we conclude that we are all machines, we only came to this conclusion in a predetermined manner. We cannot claim credit for our discovery, as it is just a production of nature's genius and not our own. A humbling idea, I think. Behaviorism. Maybe we are more similar than we think. Sarah. So she wrote that to Tom. I don't know what purpose that might have served. Oh. Well, somebody didn't make their bed. Aw, he's a football fan. Isn't that the same picture of the kids from the other room? Do they have the same kids? Let's see. He has nothing on his tablet. Oh, it's a baseball jersey. Okay. Baseball. Drilling reports. Okay. Pencils. Ew. Stuff on the floor. Boone watch log sheet. Aww. So he has 3 kids, he just doesn't have 2. Christopher Macklin. Okay. There's the Canadian flag. Ew. So that's Chris Macklin. Yeah. Corporate Daniel Macklin. So I assume there's like the same picture in there. I guess that's his father? The Corporal Daniel Macklin, and then Chris Macklin is his son. Maybe it's his brother. I'm not sure. They have the same last name. But these have been abandoned. Let's see. Another doggo! Hello! I love dogs. Oh my gosh. Okay, another tablet thingy. Ah, here's his journal. The whole team experienced nausea during a large electrical surge in Europa's atmosphere. I am concerned. This was not an instance of mass hysteria. Vital signs were affected. It caused a uniform surge in heart rate that was detected in all members of the crew. I am reporting to the ISA. That might be something to do with their disappearance. Let's keep on reading. I reported the nauseous incident to the ISA. They offered an explanation of electrical disturbance to our central nervous system. That is ludicrous. An electrical surge large enough to affect our nervous system would have done more than make the team feel ill. I'm going to experiment with some shock therapy. I agree. I mean, if you're hit by lightning, that's a different story. I have discovered that the electronic fields disturb our telemetry implants in a way I didn't expect. I have contacted the ISA. Strangely, Tom was not comfortable with my attempts to disturb the implant. Tom was not comfortable with my attempts to disturb the implant. Maybe... does Tom, like, have access to the implants? Telemetry implants. See, this is why I don't think Tom is, like, a hero of the story. Never trust space AI. Never works out well. Okay. March 9th. The ISA have reported back informing me that I am not to disturb the implants. They have also encouraged me to discuss this further with the team. Something in Russian. I am continuing to investigate. I assume that's Russian. I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I have been running some experience outside of Tom's view. I can tell he knows this. He has been acting differently around me. Like an offended child. I feel increasingly nauseous. These implants seem to have neural connectivity. Out-of-body experiences are more frequent now. Like, I guess Tom doesn't like the fact that he's messing around. Gosh, how long does this go on? Ah, I don't want to read all this. Okay. March 26th, he cannot will himself to investigate because he's not feeling well. He's going to remove his implant. April 4th, typing with your left hand. He successfully removed the implant, but he has lost his hand. Tom is very angry. Apparently, I am a bad influence. April 5th. Nature of the organism, disturbance of my DNA caused my awakening from Tom's influence. Perhaps this organism is not so friendly. What do you wait. Tom's influence? Perhaps the nature of the organism and its disturbance of my DNA caused my awakening from Tom's influence. So that means that Tom has some kind of influence on the crew. Or that the organism is causing him to act irrationally. Maybe. Dan informed me that the ISA have called for my termination. His experiment proves that I am in danger to the mission. Chose not to lock me up. Going to investigate this implant further. I have to hide my work. The team is becoming increasingly aggressive. They seem to oppose my work, to understand the implant. It does not help that Tom is encouraging them to distrust me. So he was turning them against this member of the crew. I have discovered the nature of the implant. It is a complex computer. It interfaces with the human mind directly. It seems to condition the mind through Pavlovian and an instrumental conditioning, eliciting feelings of euphoria when the wearer is obedient and dysphoria when they are disobedient. It also has the effect of suppressing impulses in the frontal lobe, presumably to lower free will. Interface cruelly with motor neuron cells through cerebellum. It is my hypothesis that the crew is controlled by this implant. Then Tom must be like the puppet master controlling all the crew members. Oh, okay. Okay. Managed to get Chris on my side. He agreed to test, hoping to keep this out of the eyes of Tom, though I have a feeling he will be listening. So this guy was like, okay, this new organism that we found is kind of messing. Oh, hey, that's a nice painting. Did you do that yourself? It's beautiful. But, he, did all these experiments and stuff, and then Tom didn't like it, so he made the crew go against him and to terminate his relationship with the ISA. Whoa. See, I knew that Tom, there's something off with Tom. There's something off. And even he said, I don't know where the crew is. Well, you were here with the crew. Ew. Well, no, because he has one here, one database here, and then one on the space station. Ooh, can I solve it? I've never solved a Rubik's Cube. Oh boy, I'm not going to do all this reading. What have you found? An extremophile, an organism that can live in extreme conditions. Survives massive doses of radiation and obviously the cold found on Europa. Has a virus. The organism has a virus. The extremophile scavenges DNA from other organisms, which the virus uses to repair the extremophile's damaged DNA. Essentially, they work together to survive in what's called a symbiotic relationship. It's an immortal relationship. It doesn't seem to age biologically. Aging and death are ultimately caused by DNA damage. We have the ability to fix our DNA, but that ability is limited. This organism can repair damage caused by massive doses of radiation. If we could harness this power, we could potentially eliminate biological aging. Ooh. Whoa. There are many causes of death other than DNA damage, heart attack, cancer, etc. But it would not save you from trauma, from brain damage, cardiac arrest. But it could potentially cure cancer. Okay. And many genetic diseases massively increase life expectancy. Okay. Cool. Oh, here's the violin. The violin is by far my favorite instrument just because of the noise that it makes. The noise. I say the noise that it makes. I just love the sound of a violin. Oh, that must be him and his wife. Why aren't you wearing your wedding ring? Plants are clearly exhibiting longer lifespan when exposed to the organism. We don't have the facilities here to continue testing. We are going on to human testing. We're going to use ourselves as subjects. It's the only way to accelerate the process. Wow. So that's probably why they're missing. Because they started using themselves as subjects. Well, I'm gonna end this episode here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This story is pretty interesting so far. The whole fact that, they found some life on Europa and now they're all missing. And then we just found out they started experimenting on themselves. So maybe the organism somehow is taking control of them, perhaps? And Tom is obviously involved in this. He has, due to their implants, he has control of them through their brainwaves. So I think Tom is behind this. I really do. But, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll have the next episode up soon, hopefully. I really like this game. I want to keep playing through it. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.